Mine shows live in 7 minutes. I think
But I
because
went ahead and went live. So
oh,
all right.
so it should change.
Are we gonna stand up? All right. Well, hello, Falcon fans. It is that time of year again, and Chris Welch with Stephen Lyles. He's gonna step in the picture here. So hey, we're really doing a test of equipment, but we thought we'd go ahead and go live. Stephen, why don't you talk?
Test. Sorry about that. I was trying to make sure the stream was active. Did I get us too low? I got us too low, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that graphic off. Let's try that without the graphic on there. So, yeah, so we're here. You hear a little wind blowing because it's hot as Hades as normal in this. So I'll step
Windows
back just a
open.
little bit more. So yeah, so this kicks off the season. Finally.
It does, and you're probably wondering why you have us and not the scrimmage. Well, obviously, we play West Plains week 1, and they have everything already on us, I guess you'd say. And so I have a feeling we'll see some maybe new things out here tonight that obviously Coach doesn't want on film. And so
yeah, so that's pretty standard. We typically don't show the scrimmage, and so we don't like giving away those secrets or changes before it starts. So we may show you a glimpse here in a minute as they're switching and maybe changing from offense defense. But yeah, so we've already done the freshmen and the JV have already done theirs tonight and did a good job overall. Saw some good plays, saw some things we can work on. Little Parker came up earlier, Steven's son, and he's on the freshman squad, and we asked him what he thought, and he goes, frustrated.
I'll tell you, those freshmen, they know how to play ball, and they've done it for a long time together. You know,
we're having a little difficulty. One of the reasons is we're having to use a hotspot. Let's see if we come back up or not. Okay, says we're back. No. Yeah, says we're back. So, unfortunately, we're having to use a hotspot tonight. We've got to work with the school tech group and figure out. Every year it's this way, so it's not really a surprise when we get up here and things don't work quite like we want. So
you leave your technology basically in a shed. I mean, that's kind of what this is. And in the weather, it's not, obviously climate controlled. And you go through winter, you go through spring and all summer, and then you come in here and hope it works right. And so
it doesn't always work. In fact, I don't think it ever has right off the bat. So we were laughing at the 2 inches of dust on top of the sound system as we opened up the front of that. So but we'll see. We'll have it all worked out by the time we play here. We've got a few more weeks. So we have scrimmage this week. We have another one next week. And then we'll play at West Plains in Canyon for their very first football game of the opening of that school. So we'll be at their facility. They'll have Wi-Fi. If not, I'll ping old Toby Tucker and we'll make sure we're taken care of. But no, I think that'll be a good first game for us and them. I'm excited to open down there.
Obviously a lot of history there, but it's a little extra juice probably with, a couple of those coaches very familiar. Coach Sutterfield's going to be calling their defense over there as a D coordinator, and it's going to be interesting, and even some, a couple of our guys, Caden Griffin over there, are going to be at West Plains now instead of here. And so it'll be interesting to see some of the energy and how that thing comes out of the gate.
Yeah, it definitely will be to think that Sutterfield knows a little bit of our offense, to say the least. So I bet we have a few surprises in that game that maybe they don't typically see.
Speaking of Sutterfield and defense, our defense started on the field first, and Canyon did not move the ball.
Yeah, they had one run that was for about 10, 12 yards, I think, and that's about it. We're on offense now. So good pass by DJ.
Jaco, the junior, starting under center, a new quarterback this year.
I think we're returning. We got 14 seniors. Is that right?
23 seniors total. 14 starters back, and so a lot of veteran presence out here. Even just looking out there, you see on the field Tate Butcher, Weston Forbes, Brecken Reed,
Turner Johnson.
Ethan Thompson, a senior. man, I got to look through that roster. It's so used to thinking of all those guys as juniors, and here they are. They're all seniors now.
Yeah, I think he is actually. So shout out to a lot of our sponsors. We've got some new sponsors coming in this year. We've got some sponsors who have been with us since day one, Brock Hall and Danny Richburg. From the very first time Mark and I did a shout out for sponsors, I didn't get out of the bleachers until we had those two on board. And those were our first two that we asked that jumped in and said, yeah, we'll be part of that broadcast. And they've been with us every year. It's usually just a, hey, we're starting up, and they're like, we're in. So we really appreciate those. But we've got some new ones in there. We've got some that have been with us for a while. So we're super excited. It looks like Facebook's giving us fits this year.
We'll get that posted, but YouTube has a chat too, so we can still use the chat features. But hopefully, another thing is that going straight to Facebook has caused issues. Just like the other night, we got on the school's internet, and obviously Facebook's blocked for a good reason, and so it makes it hard even when we do get to some of these school districts and use their internet to even get on Facebook.
Yeah, for sure. For those who just joined, by the way, we're using our hotspot tonight. The press box internet's not up, so we're probably not going to be here long tonight. This was really about testing the equipment and see where we're at and see what we need to work on. We've got a few weeks to figure all that out, so this is why we start early, for sure. So we'll give you a quick glimpse down. Maybe not quite yet. Yeah, I'll give you a quick glimpse down. Uh-oh. So there we go. So that's the field tonight. Big crowd turnout, actually. Kind of on both sides. So we're not going to show any plays, like we said earlier. That turn back around to us. So I think, guys, keep an eye out on our Facebook page, though. We are going to give shout-outs to all of our sponsors and thank them. So be watching that. And we'll see what kind of wrinkles we throw in this year in the broadcast. Definitely have our replay back.
We do, thanks to Pro Creek Construction. That replay was sure fun last year because there were a couple times I'm like, can we show it to the officials?
Yeah, I think a couple things we're going to do this year. We're going to have a player of the game, right? And I think we're also going to add Falcon of the Week that we're working on.
And we're working on a sponsor for that. So we haven't got confirmation from the people that we've been talking to. So if you're out there and you'd like to be a sponsor of the Falcon of the Week, we'll go 40 weeks throughout the year, not just sports specific. We have a lot of Falcons and Lady Falcons that do awesome things throughout the year that we want to recognize. And so there'll be one every single week through the school year.
Yeah, so we're excited about that. And then all of our normal spots after that. So once again, if you're We've that's one spot we haven't filled. I think most of the rest of them are spoken for. So, but we are very grateful for our sponsors who enable us to do that. And hey, not a lot of road trips, not long road trips.
Not as many long ones. Now I can't say the same for my freshman and JV because when we're home, they're on the road. But it's nice when you look down and see El Paso, Riverside on the schedule, and it's a home game because that could be a haul.
So next year, if we have to go to El Paso, which I'm assuming we do.
They're actually, from what Coach Reynolds said, we're actually going to meet them in the middle, I think, in Seminole next year.
Oh.
So.
Okay, that'll work. I still may take the RV down.
That would be cool.
But anyway, well, folks, thanks tonight. Those who are tuned in, I see we've got a few viewers, not very many, but we'll do another test probably Tuesday night.
Oh, DJ put one driving it down the field. Oh.
Good defense on that one. So we'll plan on Tuesday night is Meet the Falcons. So please tune in for that one. We do plan on broadcasting that, and we'll have a field level camera or close to field level camera down, and then we'll have one up here on the press box as well. So hopefully 2 cameras going for that, so you can meet all the Falcons for the fall, I believe.
Yes.
To do for all of our fall activities. So once again, thanks again, and stay tuned. More to come.
Go Falcons. Now I remember why we closed the windows on Friday nights.